So this is another book, Mom's Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas's Mom lay asleep. Let's try that again. 'Twas the night before Christmas's Mom lay asleep. The house was still and quiet, not even a peep. She woke with a start, cried, "How long have I slept?" Then looked at the time and just about wept. She remembered last night getting home very late, 'cause things at the office was just in quite a state. The business had tripled because of the season, so no matter what was going on, so no one left early, no matter the reason. She rushed in the house with a list on her mind. If she started right now, she'd not get behind. So all of these thoughts Mom wrote down on her list to make certain that each task was completed and none were missed. The rolls and the cookies for Emily's school play. First she would bake and get that out of the way. Then the pies for dinner, apple, pumpkin, and peach. Something like Christmas Eve, perhaps a nice quiche. But before all the baking, Meg's dress should be sewn. The dance was at 8. She let out a loud moan. Just thinking about it just made her depressed, as she must clean up the house for the guests. The bathrooms and the kitchen needed scrubbing for sure, 'cause Aunt Nilly, she knew, would insist on a tour. If bed sheets were changed and vacuuming done, then trimming the tree and the house might be fun. But the gifts must be wrapped and done so with care, and the ones for the youngsters hidden under the stairs. The treats for the neighbors and the friends must be planned, then carefully carried and delivered by hand. And the last on her list, she knew she'd be hopping to catch the stores open for that last-minute shopping. She laid down a moment just to take a short doze, and then she remembered her eyelids had closed. Now as she sat up and rubbed hard at her eyes, she heard a sweet voice whisper softly, "Surprise!" Her family stood there. They were all wide awake, and the grins on their faces almost made her heart break. "Tell me again, please, how long did I sleep?" "About 24 hours," said Meg at her feet. "Oh my goodness, how could I?" Mom cried. With a tear, "It looks like we'll have to forget Christmas this year." "Oh no, we won't, Mom." Nate leaped on the bed. "Can I tell her, please, Daddy?" the 5-year-old said. Dad chuckled and smiled. "Well, I don't see why not, since Santa and you, Nate, came up with the plot." "Came up with what plot?" Mom sounded upset. "It's the night before Christmas and nothing is done yet." Dad pulled Mother close, saying, "Please, dear, relax. Our Nathan will answer the question you've asked. When I came home, Mom crept into your room, and I saw you asleep, and I knew you'd wake soon. But I waited and waited, and you didn't stir, so I telephoned Grandma and I explained it to her. She came over quickly, and we read through your list. She quickly came over, we read through your list. Then we went to see Santa, who knew what to do. I climbed on his ear. I climbed on his knee, whispered into his ear. He grinned, 'This one's easy, Nate. I'm glad that you're here.' Santa eyes twinkled as he went through the plan. Then he said, 'Do you think you can do that, young man?'" Not too many pictures in this one. "I told him I will, with my family's help, too. And please, Nick, remember what I'd like from you." Well, Mom hid a smile at Nate's hopeful remark, then worried about getting things done before dark. But right at that moment, Emily rushed in the room and whispered to Dad, "Is Mom coming home soon?" Then Dad took Mom's arm, and they all walked downstairs, where a beautiful sight caught their moms unawares. Hearing soft Christmas strains, it was "O Holy Night." She looked amazed and saw her home filled with light. The Christmas tree sparkled, the gifts were all wrapped, the treats for the neighbors were done while Mom napped. From kitchen Mom noticed a wonderful smell, and worries about baking were gone, she could tell. But then she looked up and cried, "Maggie, your dress! I'm so sorry, my dear, I slept too long, I guess." Meg slipped off her robe and twirled around fast. "I sewed it myself, Mom, and the dance was a blast." With a lump in her throat, Mom said, "How can this be?" Her face full of wonder at all she could see. Her mind teemed with questions, but what could she say? How was her work finished all in one day? As if Dad knew her thoughts, he laughingly said, "Well, Emily and Maggie cleaned bathrooms and changed beds." They polished and scrubbed until everything glowed. Then Em decorated, Meg patiently sewed. While Grandma took Nathan and followed your list, they did all the shopping and not one thing was missed. As for me, you'll be proud when you see all I baked, the pies, the cookies, and just not even a cake. Oh, and even a cake. Sorry. The quiche was a challenge, as you will find out, but we can always eat pizza if you have any doubt. Mom threw her head back and laughed until she cried. My wonderful family, you fill me with pride. The house looks so lovely, I could not have done better. I must thank Santa and leave him my letter. The love that you've shown I'll never forget, and know this will be the very best Christmas yet. That night, eating cookies, Melk St. Nick smiled as he read Mom's sweet note and just rested a while. Then Nick called to Mom as his reindeer took flight. Your spirit of Christmas, dear mother, good night. There's another one down. Are you keeping track? Let's see how many more we can finish tonight.